Hello, this is Boomax again. Um, Wanted to share a little bit of interesting stuff that I've been seeing on warships recently. Season 10 is almost over, about 5 days left. And normally I would share only if I had a massive win streak, like 10 battles or something, but I thought it'd be value in sharing what I've seen in the past couple of battles today, especially since I got the gift of endless reserves, so my troops seem to be regenerating even on warships pretty quickly, actually instantaneously. So I'm able to attack a little bit more than I normally would, and I had a couple of extra minutes or maybe an hour or so extra to play. So I decided to record a video as well. So give you an idea. Current rank is 19. I'm as high as I have been so far this season. Shooting for 20 if I can get it. If not, it's not a big deal. I have gold, which was my goal for the season. A little bit better than 50% win streak, about 52 roughly, I think. But let's get into the battles. So as you can see, 7-3 on my last 10 battles. And there's a couple of interesting ones that I want to highlight, right? So typically what I've been doing is following a standard attack strategy of 4 heavy, 4 bombardiers, a little bit spread out across the landing. So there you go, 4 heavies, 4 bombardiers with Kavan and his second wind ability. I'm going to fast forward this. So zoom, 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 shock a couple of key defenses. A couple of things I want to call out here, and I'll let it run on double speed for now, but a couple of things I want to call out here is that shocking key defenses, not spamming second wind, only calling it when there's sufficient number of heavies or bombardiers dead that I can revive them instead of rifles. Rifles are getting torn up by mortars, flamethrowers, machine guns, etc. So that's the key thing that I wanted to. One of the key things I wanted to call out here, and the third thing that I wanted to call out was that. Well, let me actually play that one more time. You can see what I did. But using GBE to take out that prototype weapon, that Flotsam Cannon, is actually pretty devastating because it kills a number of troops at a time. It has splash damage and it rips through heavies pretty quickly, and it has that explosion at the end. So using GBE to take that out, and whatever GBE I had left over for shocks, and whatever's left after that is using artillery barrage on the last engine room, the one that's farthest away from my troops. Also, I wanted to call out a key mistake that I was making earlier on in this season, in that I was trying to keep all of my heavies alive. So I would spam the shock bomb as well. So that was a mistake. I got over that. As you can tell, most of my heavies died. I think only 4 or 5 are left after this battle. What I've been seeing is generally all the heavies are dead. Hopefully, I have enough. Hopefully, I have enough bombers to take out the rest of the defenses and the engine room before they all die as well. Anyway, so that's my standard strategy that I've been using on most bases. But there's a couple of not oddball, let's say different variations on base layouts that I've been seeing. So this battle, I won barely, but I wanted to call out this one. It's kind of laid out similar to mine in the sense that 3 engine rooms are on one side and there's one outlier way out on the other. So what I do in this case is same troop combination, but land all my troops towards the side of the multiple engine rooms, and then use GBE to take out the far one. So let's fast forward this. And you can see I spammed a second wind there, and I got a bunch of rifles. I probably should have waited a little longer. But at this point, okay, there you go. I have GB, that last engine room out, and keep my troops over on one side, hopefully keep them alive. Oh, Kavan took a shot to the face. Oh, well, he's dead. Not a big deal. As long as I can shock that last rocket launcher that's targeting my bombers. Again, you can see all my heavies are dead, but bombers enough to survive, and I got the win on that one. The other interesting engine rooms that I saw were this one. Was it this one? Yes. So this was a pretty pretty quick win. The idea is that all the engine rooms are in the back with only rifles or only snipers to attack them, and then these a couple of rockets that are in range. But I figured, if you could smoke some heavies past all these defenses, stay clear of the shock mines, or maybe I'll hit one, not a big deal. And I mixed in a couple of boats of bombardiers just to have a little bit of more firepower. So walking all the way in the back. Heavies take enough damage. They can absorb enough damage to be able to do some significant damage to the engine rooms. And wouldn't you look at it, I have at least one boat of bombardiers alive, and I use my spare GBE to burn down that last engine room. Quick victory, 3:06 left on the clock. That's pretty good. One of the best that I had up until that point. So, and then another style that I saw was this one with the. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time looking at this one. I'm using the same attack strategy, but I'm trying to, so that you can see that I land my troops between the sniper towers so that when they destroy the snipers and then move up, they come closer together, funneling the troops together. And I understand that maybe you want to do that because the rocket is in range, though that looks not to be the case. This rocket might be in range, whatever. The way that I looked at it is with the two engine rooms all the way over on the left over here, all the way over here in the back corner, if I just focus my troops on the engine rooms on the right after taking out the defenses in the front, I can use GBE to burn down those last two over there. So the key here is don't waste GBE. So if you let this play out, I don't think I used many shocks to begin with. And again, all the troops are between the sniper towers, so that when they start destroying buildings, they start coming together rather than coming apart. One interesting base layout that somebody may want to try, I haven't gotten around to it, but is to have it the inverted way, so that the point of the defenses is at this P2 location right here, and then it spreads the troops out. I know I use that type of strategy with hammer-in defense all the time, and it seems to work way better than anything else that I've tried. So again, GBE to burn down those last two engine rooms, and there you go, have enough for that last barrage to take out that last engine room, and ta-da. Quick victory there, not as quick as the previous one, but still pretty good. And then the last one that I wanted to show, the last two or three that I want to show. Oh, sorry, one more here. Is this the one? Yeah, this is again another smoky heavy. This one's a little bit more. This base layout's been a little more problematic with me in the recent past, but I'm trying to get a little better by trying something a little bit different here, right? So smoking heavy's passed, and again you saw two boats of bombardiers and Brick. Hopefully she can have a little bit of an influence. So smoking passed here. Lost a couple of heavies along the way, not a big deal. And ta-da, run, go all the way to the back. Oh, looks like I lost. Oh, I still have my bombardier. Okay, well, not a big deal. And then you GB the outlier over there, and use battle orders at the very end to try to get the heavies to run faster to the other side while they're taking fire from all those defenses. Had enough GB for one call to battle orders and one shock to try to shock the shock, so to speak. So there's another example, and then the last two I want to show you were these two. So this one I used a little bit of a different strategy. You can see these two victories were actually significantly faster. And let me show you what the base layout is that's similar between these two. So again, let's just fire the replay and pause. Now, this one's interesting because there's two engine rooms all the way in the back, and there's two engine rooms kind of in the middle in the front, and the only major defense is in front of the two front engine rooms. There's no rockets that range, and it's all just cannons and in the first layer, and then some machine guns and a flamethrowers in the second layer. So what I did here was I knew that I didn't have a whole lot of defenses I could destroy to gain GBE. So instead of using bombers, which use GBE when you drop them, I went heavy Zuka instead. Now I don't usually play heavy Zuka. I think the Zukas just die too quickly especially on warships. But I thought it's probably the best thing to do here. So there you go. While my troops are attacking the defenses, I'm using GBE to take out that first engine room, have enough GBE built up and let them run for a little bit. Let the heavies die, not a big deal. In fact, what you see at the end of this battle is that heavies are all dead, and most of the Zukis are dead too, but that's not a big deal, right? So one shock to keep that shock launcher shocked, and then let the troops come back around while I'm firing GBE at that back engine room back there. And now the Zukas are going to go have at it with the engine rooms, and oh, look at that flotsam cannon takes out half my Zukas. Not a big deal. I did get enough GBE to take out that last engine room, and there you go. Not bad. Not bad is 3:15. That's actually a great time. And then the last one, at least from what I've seen, the last one was very similar. The only variation here is that the engine rooms are way farther forward. So again, this one with the split attack, 2 heavy, 2 Zuka on each side, and this time I'm using Spark with her critters. I don't think I even dropped any critters here, but same type of thing. Heavy's absorbing damage in the front, Zuka's destroying stuff just enough to get those engine rooms, and build up enough GBE to kill the last engine rooms in the back. In fact, I don't think I even used a shock on this base attack at all, and you'll see that I think almost everyone is dead here too. Oh no, wait, all the heavies are dead, and a bunch of Zuka survived. Fantastic. Oh, just kidding. They're all about to die. You're all about to die, and there you go. Engine room is just killed with the last shot of the barrage. So as you can see, different base layouts, it's cool to see them, and it's cool to kind of think of ways to adapt your attack strategy to the base layouts, because that's important. Not using the same strategy over and over again when the base layout dictates something a little bit more effective is definitely one of my key things. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.